Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25, Text 25, translation and commentary by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Well-known verse. Those of you who have Brahmin threads on your shoulders should all know it. Don't be a Brahmin in name only. Satam prasangat mama virya sangvidaha bhavanti harit karna rasa ayanaha kataha tat joshanat ashu apavarga vartmani shraddha ratihi bhaktihi anukrameshrati satang prasangan mama virya sangvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha Tajoshana dashvapavargavartmani Shraddharatir bhaktir anukrameshrati Satang prasangan mama virya sangvido Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha Tajoshana dashvapavargavartmani Shraddharatir bhaktir anukrameshrati
Satam prasangan mama virya sangvidho Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha Joshanat ashvapavargavartmani Avatir bhaktir anukrameshyati Satam prasangan mama virya samvido Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha Tajoshanadashvapavargavartmani Shraddharatir bhaktir anukrameshyati
Satam prasangan mama virya samvido Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana
Satam prasangan mama virya samvido Bhavanti hritkarna rasayana kataha Tajoshanadashvapavargavartmani Shraddharatir bhaktir anukrameshyati
Ladies, please.
Satam prasanga mama virya samvido. Bhavanti Gritkarna Rasayana Kata. Rajoshanata Shampavargavatmani. Shranati Bhaktiranugramishati.
Satam of pure devotees. Prasangat through the association. Mama, my. Virya, wonderful activities. Sangvidaha, by discussion of. Bhavanti, become. Hrit, to the heart. Karna, to the ear. Rasa, ayanaha, pleasing. Kataha, the stories. Tat, of that. Joshanat, by cultivation. Ashu, quickly. Apavarga, of liberation. Varatmani, on the path. Shraddha, firm faith. Ratihi, attraction. Bhaktihi, devotion. Anukramashati, will follow in order. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. Purport. The process of advancing in Krishna consciousness and devotional service is described here. That's important to hear, isn't it? You like to hear about the process of advancing in Krishna consciousness and devotional service. The first point is that one must seek the association of persons who are Krishna conscious and who engage in devotional service. Without such association, one cannot make any advancement. Simply by theoretical knowledge or study, one cannot make any appreciable advancement. You have to teach this in the Mayapur Institute, right? They study, but they should come out and do some significant service. One must give up the association of materialistic persons and seek the association of devotees, because without the association of devotees one cannot understand the activities of the Lord. Generally, people are convinced of the impersonal feature of the Absolute Truth. Because they do not associate with devotees, they cannot understand that the Absolute Truth can be a person and can have personal activities. This is a very difficult subject matter. And unless one has personal understanding of the Absolute Truth, there is no meaning to devotion. Service or devotion cannot be offered to anything impersonal. Service must be offered to a person. Non-devotees cannot appreciate Krishna consciousness by reading the Srimad Bhagavatam or any other Vedic literature wherein the activities of the Lord are described. They think that these activities are fictional, manufactured stories because spiritual life They think that these activities are fictional, manufactured stories because spiritual life is not explained to them in the proper mood. To understand the personal activities of the Lord, one has to seek the association of devotees, and by such association, when one contemplates and tries to understand the transcendental activities of the Lord, the path to liberation is open and he is freed. One who has firm faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes fixed, and his attraction for association with the Lord and the devotees increases. Association with devotees means association with the Lord. The devotee who makes this association develops the consciousness for rendering service to the Lord, and then being situated in the transcendental position of devotional service, he gradually becomes perfect. Did you get these notes for the talk? Maybe you should give that now. That'll make it easier for you. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namashrishtham Manamapi Shachiputramatru Surupam Rupam Tasya Grajamurupurim Maturim Goshtavartim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasya Pratita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Atah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagarna Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagarna Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Guru Vaishnav Bhagavan Tine Smarane Hoy Bigna Vinashan Anayashay Hoy Nijavanchita Puran. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many of you have heard of Marcus Aurelius? Quite a few. I had not heard of him until a few days ago. And I was told that his teachings are becoming very popular among young people in the West. Somewhere southeast of here, not too far. Maybe southwest from, I think it was a Roman emperor. Was it? Roman emperor, southwest of here. And he was a Stoic. That means someone who accepts that life is not very nice, but just adjusts himself to the fact anyway. So here's a quote from him. I thought I'd better find out a little bit if so many young people who are trying to preach are interested in him. Here's a quote from him from 2,000 years ago, which in the Western world is a long time in their idea of history. So his advice: when you wake up in the morning, what do? You chant Hare Krishna. But Marcus Aurelius says you should tell yourself that the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. And then in the article I read, the writer said, nothing has changed. People are still like that. One of my readers recently told me that he spent 10 plus years in the army facing people who tried hard to kill him, which was no problem. But he had a hard time sharing his writing online. That means you write something online and people will pounce on you like vicious animals to rip you to pieces, to give adverse comments. And why did I read that? When the first word of this verse is satam, saintly people. Well, it gives us some idea of, by saying the opposite, we get some idea. So just the opposite of saintly people is what Marcus Aurelius says is a normal person, or the kind of people you can expect to meet. That may be more so for him because he was a politician and a fighter, soldier. But we are blessed by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that we don't live among such people. We're so fortunate to have the association of saintly people. We might not appreciate it because, well, we might not appreciate it as much as we should do, because we get used to it and we think it's normal for people not to be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Do you know what surly means? It means in a bad mood, by attitude. And this Shravan Kirtan camp is especially meant for hearing and chanting about and serving Krishna in the association of saintly people. So it's a good verse to open the Shravan Kirtan camp. We're fortunate to have the opportunity to be here in the association of devotees. And those of you who are living on this farm have chosen to live deliberately simple and austere life so that you can live with saintly people and hear and chant about and serve Krishna. And I would like to extend my appreciation, thanks to you all, because you're so serious about Krishna consciousness that you've left behind all the comforts that all these scientists and technologists spent such a long time developing, so that you can have all kinds of comforts, and you have decided we'd rather live simply in the association of saintly people. And I'm grateful to all of you for taking up Srila Prabhupada's farm and Varnashram mission, and certainly Srila Prabhupada will be very happy, is very happy to see you all living here peacefully, happily, chanting, hearing, daily going on, hearing and chanting about Krishna. We like to see happy families in Krishna consciousness. These two words, they might fall out of use. Just like words like fornication and adultery. Who knows what fornication means? It's one form of illicit sex, but no one says anymore because it's just normal. So like that, the word happy may fall out of use because no one's happy. And the word family may fall out of use because there's no family. I believe in America more than 50% of children are born out of wedlock. That means to unmarried mothers. Or they are raised without a father or a mother, or both the father and the mother are of the same gender, which doesn't really count. If we'd even spoken such things, here we go down memory lane again. Remember last time we did that? Who had even spoken such things when we were young, that your father and mother are both of the same gender. No one could even imagine what we were talking about. It just sounds like just complete nonsense. And it is complete nonsense. But you could get arrested for saying that. Literally. So you have come here to get away from this madness, ever-increasing madness of the demoniac civilization, and live peacefully, simple living and high thinking, cooperating together in Krishna consciousness. So this is the most important service in Srila Prabhupada's mission. We're preaching, we're distributing books, we should go on preaching and distributing books, but to actually show, practically demonstrate, how this is not just something theoretical or something for a few renunciants, but everyone can take to Krishna consciousness. And you don't have to live in this soul-killing civilization. It's soul-killing. Most people don't even know that they are a soul, because you're taught from the beginning of life that we're just a bunch of chemicals. So practically they've killed the soul. There's never even discussion of it. So thank you to all the devotees here. Who are the important devotees here? They're all important. Who are the most important? The children! Yes. Precious gifts from Krishna, sent to you because you are devotees. Because you're devotees, then devotees are sent to be among you. So you have to look after them so nicely, care for them, bring them up in Krishna consciousness. It's not guaranteed they're going to be pure devotees, because they didn't make it last time. That's why they're here. It can go on, life after life, living comfortably in the material world, chanting Hare Krishna, and taking birth again. So you have to train them about pure devotional service. And there's good opportunity to live like that here. This place has become a holy place, because here there are no activities other than Krishna consciousness. And so much credit for this whole community must go to Sankirtan Prabhu. And if it wasn't for him, I doubt if all of this would be here. He's seeing through the vision and organizing and personally working so hard, as you all are working hard, to make this a reality and keep on manifesting it. He's leading the farm project and book distribution. And by dedication, involvement, for hearing the message of Krishna, we have this Shravan Kirtan camp. So we have among us Padmanayan Prabhu from Mayapur Institute, who's dedicated his life for sharing the nectar of Krishna consciousness as taught in Srila Prabhupada's book. So he's seen through. I'd like to make an estimate how many students you've had have gone through the Mayapur Academy?
So,
More than 5,000 have had the Bhakti Shastra certificate.
and around
2,000 Bhakti Vaibhav. That means they do Bhakti Shastra somewhere else and come to you later.
And Bhakti Vedanta we have just completed 2 batches around near about
80 Bhakti Vedanta. So he'll be giving some talks here, sharing his insights and realizations. And of course, we have Manira Prabhu, well known to all the devotees here for his ever staunchness in upholding Srila Prabhupada's principles and ever enthusiasm for promoting Srila Prabhupada's book distribution and praising the book distributors. And Janananda Goswami, you're so fortunate to have his association time to time. He is Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu personified. He's living that life all his life. I'm so fortunate to have had his association since the day I stumbled into Bhaktivedanta Mana, and by Krishna's arrangement I couldn't leave, thanks to a snowstorm and this and that. And then he and the others captured me. So many important devotees. So much responsibilities that leaders have. Leaders have responsibilities for guiding the devotees, for themselves upholding a good example. So many issues arise, legal issues, and then can be disagreements between devotees on how to do, what to do, why to do, when to do. So many things arise. The qualification to be a leader in Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada said, is to be a leader in hearing and chanting. He made, one of the first GBCs was Satsvarup, what is he? Maharaj, Satsvarup Das Adhikari at that time. And Satsvarup Maharaj, as he was later well known to everyone, he said to Srila Prabhupada, well, I'm not a good manager. Prabhupada said, you're good in hearing and chanting and you do what I say. That was his qualification. Hearing and chanting, how do we have to chant? Trinadapi sunechena. Everyone knows this verse. To know it is one thing, to live it, that is a great challenge for us all. So, who can be a leader? What's the qualification? Jagai madhai hoite muise papishta, purishaya kita hoite muise logishta. Jai moranam sune, tara punna khoi. Jai moranam loy, tar papa hoy. Who said this? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. The level of his Krishna consciousness, Chaitanya, of his Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Chaitanya means Krishna consciousness. It's unimaginable. But he says that I am more sinful than Jagai and Madhai. I am more insignificant than a worm in stool. Whoever hears my name, his piety becomes destroyed. Whoever says my name becomes sinful. He really felt like that. And he's saying that to demonstrate, as one of the factors in which he's demonstrating the mercy of Lord Nityananda upon him. So there's always hope. Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. There's hope for all of us. On the other hand, those who think I'm better than the others, they're automatically disqualified from being a leader. Not in the material sense. To be a material leader, a good dose of false ego, thinking yourself better than others, you may even boast about it. But in spiritual life, Krishna consciousness, that doesn't work. And when leaders start to think, I am better than others, everything degenerates in their own life. And because they're leading others, then others are affected also. There's so many noble causes or spiritual institutions that started off with very high ideals, but almost always any spiritual or religious organization which starts with high ideals, it degenerates into a mundane religion. How are we going to stop that? Satang prasangan mama virya sangvido bhavanti hrid karna rasayana kataha. Going on with this process, hearing, chanting, serving in the association of devotees. Otherwise, everything can just degenerate into some mundane rituals. Or worse, it can become a business venture. We have very popular churches in America. Fortune, what are they? Prosperity churches. Prosperity churches where you go and the pastor says that you pray to Jesus, you'll become rich. Look at me. I've got this big car. And yeah, because all the people are giving him money. He got it worked out. Not that all the churches are like that, but it's popular. It's a business enterprise. Who is that? This founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard. He said, the quickest and surest way to get rich is to start your own religion. So Srila Prabhupada didn't come to the West to do that, and most people who join this Krishna consciousness movement don't join it to get rich, chant and grow rich. But Labh, Puja, Pratishtadi, Jato Upashakagon, in the heart, the weeds of desire for material gain, being respected, position, they can enter the heart. And then the whole enterprise can become like a business institution, or worse, like a mafia institution. Here's a quote from Srila Prabhupada, which is very important for our communities like this, and for all associations of devotees, formal or informal. It means that many devotees, they may be in some town where there's no formal, organized Krishna consciousness, but they come together. And ultimately for the whole of civilization, Srila Prabhupada is talking about Vedic society. Srila Prabhupada said that Vedic society is based on the principle of love. And what example did he give first? Between husband and wife. Then father and son. and the king and the citizens, and so on. Civilization must be founded on love, not law. By law you cannot make a person love you. First he must love you, then he will gladly follow your law. And that was really Srila Prabhupada's secret, wasn't it? Even today in India we can preach that this is stated in Shastra and this is what you should do. That's what Krishna says. Ya Shastra vidhimutsrija vartate kama-karataha nasasiddhim avapnoti nasukang naparangatim tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavastito gyatva shastra vidhano tam karyam karma kartam arhasi. Arhasi means should be done. Krishna says those who whimsically flout the law, the rules of Shastra, being impelled by mundane lust, they cannot achieve any perfection in life, no happiness, nor can they attain this supreme destination. Therefore, Krishna says, one should know what is in Shastra and act accordingly. Had Srila Prabhupada come to the West and said that, who would listen? He captured people's hearts by love, and then they gladly followed his instructions. And then Srila Prabhupada, continuing this quote, modern civilization lacks this basis of love. So everything is superficial and false. There are two words that can describe, there are many, many words that can describe modern civilization. Srila Prabhupada had many adjectives for modern society. Animal civilization, Rakshasa civilization, foolish civilization, absurd civilization, so on, so on, so on, so on. But here two words, superficial and false. But, Srila Prabhupada said, if devotion to Krishna is made the basic principle, then people will be happy. So keep this in mind and keep things simple, as far as possible. Love is a very high principle in this world. Love is the actual principle of existence in the spiritual world. But in this world, especially at this time in this Kali Yuga, love is a very high principle. Seems to be a very high thing. But at least people, we're making these communities so people can feel safe and sheltered, which today most people don't feel safe, even to walk on the street. Feel it's dangerous just to walk outside your house. Even inside the house can be dangerous. There's fighting between, literally physical fighting between family members. So people want to feel safe and sheltered, but people don't have that. With a peaceful mind, we can practice Krishna consciousness. We can trust others. One sign we can see, how is this community going on? See the cats. There are kittens running around this house. So you can see, they're not afraid of humans. No one's kicking them. Of course, most people keep cats or dogs, but then if you see even the, who is that? The Devarshi Narad showed me there was one deer setting us up for a Jar Bharat situation. One pet deer a devotee had. And again, just by chance, like Jar Bharat. So he's completely unafraid of humans, which generally they're very afraid. I remember some years ago at Bhaktivedanta Mana, my father, he was visiting, physical father, and there was the cow pen, and I put my hand in and stroked one of the cows. He said, "Oh, they're so tame." He was surprised. I just expected that the cow would be relaxed but mostly cows in the Western country, if you go near them, they'll be afraid because they're so badly treated. So this is our program for peace and love. Shravana Kirtana, hearing and chanting about Krishna and serving Krishna. Srila Prabhupada told us to chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So that's a rule. You have to be happy because Srila Prabhupada said, and you have to follow the Guru's order. But be happy means not by any material. Be happy, okay. Give us all sense gratificatory objects. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy on that basis. And we can expand that to sing, dance, serve together in the association of devotees, and surely we will all be happy. So that can be a motto for this festival. Sing, dance, serve together in the association of devotees. That can be a motto for this community, a motto for our lives. Chanting in kirtan, the holy names of Krishna. You can hear Srila Prabhupada's voice. It's chanting bhakti yoga, connected to Krishna, with feeling and love and conviction and realization that the name is Krishna. When Srila Prabhupada is chanting Hare Krishna, he's always with Krishna, but he realizes that he's worshipping Krishna by chanting the holy name with deep love, not theoretical, but natural love. And Srila Prabhupada's commitment to serve the name of Krishna by bringing the name of Krishna to others. One of my favorite anecdotes in the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita was Srila Prabhupada in New York City, before he had any followers, before he had some bumbling, and that's the impression we get, some bumbling young man would follow him around, and that man, whose name I don't remember, I don't think he didn't become a disciple. But he said that Prabhupada handed him a little piece of paper with the Maha Mantra on it, and Prabhupada gave it to him. And Srila Prabhupada had such a big smile on his face, as if he'd given me the whole world. And he's saying, it's just a piece of paper with something written on it which I don't understand. But Srila Prabhupada understood that he is giving more than the whole world. And he wanted to give that to everyone. Srila Prabhupada's kirtan has that quality. We can't force Krishna to appear in our hearts, but we can chant his holy names. He's given us this process. And although we may not have very deep realization, we can meditate on how merciful Krishna is to us, making himself available to us in this very easy form by chanting his holy names. Here's a quote from Srila Prabhupada I'd like to share. Srila Prabhupada said, the Hare Krishna mantra chanting means keeping Krishna always within your heart. It is not expensive at all. Srila Prabhupada speaking in America, where everything is in terms of money, at least in the big cities. At that time, very commercialized society. So Srila Prabhupada said, it is not expensive at all. You haven't got to make a very exalted throne for Krishna. You can imagine that in my heart I have placed now a very diamond throne and Krishna is sitting. That is accepted. Even within the mind you think that I have kept one diamond throne, very costly throne, because Krishna is coming. He will sit down here. That is not false. That is a fact. So you create such a situation within your heart. Now Krishna has seated. Let me wash his feet with the Ganges water, Yamuna water. Now I change his dress to a first-class costly garment. Then I decorate with ornaments. Then I give him for eating. You can simply think of this. This is meditation. Svanta stena gadabrita. It is so nice thing. Anywhere you can sit down and think that Krishna is sitting in your heart and you are receiving in such a nice way. It is not false. It is fact, Srila Prabhupada. It is so easy. So we're here for hearing and chanting and serving and hearing, chanting. Those with chanting is dancing. So you can all dance. I'm not going to dance. You can all dance. I've done enough dancing in my life. Enough. Foot problem. So I can enjoy. You have to dance for me. You can do it for me. So no routine kirtans. Kirtan should never be, time for kirtan. Okay. No routine. Every kirtan is extraordinary if we understand this is kirtan, that we have got the opportunity to glorify Krishna. So you can go on. Dancing. We have a contest. No dancing contests. Anyway, everyone wins. In chanting Hare Krishna, dancing, we're all benefited immensely. We just can't even imagine how much benefit there is in this hearing and chanting about Krishna. So we've all come here for chanting Hare Krishna and be happy. And my instruction to all of you is, for the next few days at least, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And with that, I'll finish the talk. Bang on time. Have to follow the rules and regulations also. Hare Krishna. All glories to His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So next service is Prasadam service. Jai. Okay, that's all for now. Hare Krishna. Oh, wait a minute. Janananda Maharaj? You want to say, you can ask Janananda Maharaj, you want to say something?
Chant Hare Krishna and be happy.
Oh. Okay, it's confirmed.
To chant Hare Krishna is not always, it's kind of easy. But the be happy part, I mean, even chant Hare Krishna is not always so easy for some of us. So how to be happy?
Chant Hare Krishna.
Pardon?
Chant Hare Krishna.
And be happy.
And be happy.
How to be happy?
Chant Hare Krishna.
I'm doing that for the last 54 years.
And your heart is broken.
I don't know if I've got a heart.
It's already broken.
Broken.
Yeah.
Finished.
Yeah. Marma hatang karo tuva. When you get to the highest level of Krishna consciousness, you feel miserable.
Then you feel miserable. Then you've got something to look forward to. If you are feeling miserable, it probably means you're very advanced.
Yeah. If we're not going that, we can just go to Vaikuntha and be happy always. If we go up, more pain. Hare Krishna.